Hey guys, how you going? Hope you're doing well. Going to read through the full article. There's a link in the description. I'll just start off by giving you a bit of a rundown. Essentially, these guys here, according to reports, so the article seems to be a little bit careful to use the word allegedly a few times, and of course, according to the reports, which, could possibly be wrong, but allegedly, according to these reports, these two parents here have been charged with manslaughter. They're facing a manslaughter charge after one of them, the father, admitted giving the baby, 2-month-old girl, Benadryl, as well as potentially some other drugs. Regrettably, unfortunately, tragically, the girl has died. So we're going to read through the article, and I'm not a parent. I've never been a parent, never going to be a parent in all likelihood. So I don't really know the issues that parents face. And I have heard that giving children, I think, some substance or other is somewhat normal. I could have that utterly wrong. But, giving your child some whiskey, certainly that, I believe, has been normal to some extent. And I have seen an interrogation video of a mother. I think it was a mother that killed her child, and they were talking about giving the child Benadryl. So this isn't the first time I've heard of this situation. I'm not trying to defend the situation. I'm just wondering how commonplace this practice is. I get the feeling that it is fairly common. Of course, that doesn't mean it's in any way right. Apparently, it isn't right at all. But I just thought I'd express my thoughts on that. But let's look at the article. 2 Texas parents are each facing manslaughter charges in connection with the death of their 2-month-old child. According to Lubbock County Jail records and statements by the police to local reporters, Adam Canales Jr., 30 years of age, and Sarah Canales, 21, both of South Walnut Street in Idalou, Texas, are each locked up behind bars on a $100,000 bond. Both have been incarcerated since Thursday. According to a sheriff's office press release, deputies responded to the Canales' home in Idalou on July the 11th, 2021, just after 4 p.m. Upon arrival, the press release continued, sheriff deputies located a 2-month-old infant not breathing. Adam Canales was allegedly watching the baby while its mother was away. The mother later returned to check on the baby, and the baby was not breathing. And it was reported that the infant was already dead when sheriff deputies arrived at the premises. Adam Canales reportedly told duties that he fed and swaddled the baby 3 hours before they arrived and put the baby in a rocker in the bedroom. He, the father, decided to sleep on the couch even though the infant continued to cry. He claimed his little girl wasn't breathing when he went to check on her later. Other than colic, the father reportedly told authorities that the child had no known medical conditions. Apparently, according to reporters, the father eventually told the officers he gave the baby girl gas drops. I don't know what gas drops are. He gave the baby girl gas drops, but nothing else. An autopsy declared that the infant died of mixed drug toxicity associated with sudden death. The baby had no apparent physical injuries, and the drugs diphenhydramine, doxylamine, and dextromethorphan were all in the infant's system when she died. The autopsy explained that those medications are not supposed to be given to infants. After the autopsy, the father is said to have changed his story. Apparently, Adam then admitted giving allergy medicine to the baby, and also admitted that he gave the child Benadryl at least 2 times to try to get her to sleep. An arrest warrant for both the mother and the father was subsequently issued, and they're both booked into jail earlier this week. According to the documents, Adam Canales stated he knows you aren't supposed to give Benadryl to infants and that it makes you go to sleep, but he allegedly admitted he had nonetheless done so in the past as well. So he's admitted, according to these reports, to having given the 2-month-old Benadryl in order to get her to sleep. The obituary lists the 2-month-old as being Athena Brigida-Kay Canales, and she's the daughter of the two in question, Adam Canales and Sarah Ann Mills. There has been a GoFundMe. It seems to be closed at this point. They raised $1,275. The GoFundMe says that it's most likely that Athena Brigida-Kay Canales died from sudden infant death syndrome, but seemingly the authorities think otherwise. Seemingly the authorities think that these two, the parents, gave the child some drugs, and allegedly, according to the reports from the journalists, which may or may not be fully accurate, allegedly the father has admitted to having given the toddler, the 2-month-old, Benadryl on at least 2 occasions, seemingly. There's that case. I don't really know what to think of it. Of course, it's tragic. It seems to me to be, I mean, this is an understatement, but extremely poor parenting. Reckless. If they're aware that you shouldn't give these drugs to children and that's what they did, then that's reckless. Is there an argument that they're just idiots? Is there an argument for that? Is there an argument that they're not as evil as some of the other cases we've read? I'm going to say that they're not as evil as some of the other cases. That doesn't mean that they didn't royally fuck up. That doesn't mean that they're innocent or anything like that. But I don't know. Extremely poor parenting, negligence, and it's led to the baby of a girl, allegedly, of a 2-month-old. It's absolutely terrible, tragic. I'm going to say it for whatever it's worth. It's not quite as evil as some of the other cases we've read through, in my opinion. But I am interested in your thoughts, and if you want to pull me up on what I've said there, please do. I'm happy to listen and take in any information that you have, any input.